Andrew Tate has something profound to say about cryptocurrency. Time and time again, things he says about crypto appear to come true. Is it because perhaps he's a technical genius, has a great understanding of all the ins and outs of different crypto narratives? I don't think so, but it comes down to something else, something he has the ability to do because of where he's got himself to in life. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what he says and what it means, and then look at the on-chain proof that it is happening right now. If we can start to think a bit more like Andrew, it's going to be much easier to control ourselves through this crypto bull market so that we can maximize the opportunities. Hit that like button. This is going to be a good one. Now guys, before we dive in and find out what he has to say, I want to tell you why I'm bringing this to you right now. And it's because of this. Bitcoin in the last week has gone from $49,000 and basically had its ass fallen out of it down to about $40,500. Looming on the potential that it might go down here. And by the time this video goes live, it might have done, but I don't think it's going to. Okay, I know you can't control yourselves. So let's find out this little sneak peek about what Andrew Tate had to say.
Literally 3 months ago, we called the fact that crypto was going to blow.
Yeah, we did.
We literally called it. We said, crypto's about to blow up. You need to make money now and buy crypto. Don't buy crypto when it goes up like every other dummy. Buy it now. And he just, ignored us? He just thought, no, those guys, they don't know what they're talking about. And then once it goes up, they start emailing. Who are these humans?
And I get it. You're like, that wasn't really that profound, was it? Maybe not. To the untrained eye. But what he's basically told us there is something very key, very obvious, and it's very obvious right now if you were to see in my free Telegram chat. My free Telegram is linked down below and you can dive in there and you can connect with thousands of other people around the world who are talking about crypto every single day. Now what he said that's really important is while crypto is kind of going down and not really doing a huge amount, people don't really give a shit. All they care about is when crypto's going up. We're all pumped and FOMOing in and trying to scramble to get hold of our money when the kind of crypto markets are going up, and yet when the markets go down we want to switch off our computer and go and bury our head in the sand and panic. And it's so backward. Now what gives Andrew Tate the ability to do this is two things, I think. Mainly one thing, possibly the second thing being that he's got a team of analysts and some decent network who are helping him out understand what's going on in crypto, which is absolutely reasonable and 100% what high net worth people do. They leverage their network to understand all sorts of different things. They're not out there reading thousands of pages a day, they just have information being fed to them. Good move. But the other thing is this, he has a lot of money, which means when the markets are low and everyone else is panicking because they're kind of betting with money they can't really afford to lose or they really need to see grow in order to change their life, can calmly walk in, take big positions. If it falls further, he's got more cash flow to keep injecting in. Therefore, and I've told you about this before, the more cash flow you can generate through whatever means is going to make your life within crypto significantly easier. If you want to make more cash flow, then go away and think about what you can do. Maybe you could sell some stuff, wash some cars, You get the picture. I'm not here to lecture on that because there's tons of videos already doing that from other people. So when the markets are looking like this, how do we know that people like Andrew Tate are right? How do we know that big money buys right now? Well, as you know, I am partial to playing around with a little tool or two. And I came across here to Arkham Intelligence, and there's a few different big accounts that you can follow. What I first of all do is go and type in Jump Trading, who, as you can see, is $686 million in crypto. Huge crypto trading company, who in the past have had balances varying up to around $10 billion. Now, let's focus in on something very important. The market in crypto right now, as you can see, is falling. Today in particular, it's been taking a big dip. And actually, as we speak, is dipping a bit harder and a bit faster. And yet, what do we see? Jump Trading, 8 minutes ago, buys 750k in Bitcoin from Bybit to Jump Trading. Then we go down below, 14 grand in ETH. Then down below, USDT. And then if we keep going through, this is literally in the last 30 minutes or so, we get 40 Bitcoin, $1.6 million. You get another 25 ETH, 60k. And then look, 40 minutes, another 100 grand Bitcoin, another 160 grand Bitcoin. As the markets are falling, they are buying more and more cryptocurrency. Now, in the past, I've showed you this website, which is Arkham Intelligence, but most people ran away and used it for silly things. And if you haven't watched this video already, and you're just using this to watch and spy on Alex Becker, then I made this video explaining why you shouldn't just be following Alex Becker's trade. And it's because of this. This is not throwing shade at Alex Becker. He's very good for pumping various different GameFi projects. But notably, I made a video saying that people were doing this. People were taking their own money, sending it to Alex Becker in order to pump a coin. And people still seem to be falling for this. And look at this. Between like 1 and 2 weeks ago, we saw this. Someone sent $2,000 worth of FAYD to Alex Becker. All the degens who were tracking his wallet all suddenly, you know, got a little hot under the collar and were like, oh my God, we're in the money again. They all bought this FAYB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So within like 2 weeks ago, pretty confident that this is when that kind of buy got seen by Alex Becker's crew of followers. Suddenly the price goes like this, and within like, you know, very short space of time, does like a 21x. And then the people who bought here take the money from the people who bought here, and, you know, same old, time and time again. So yeah, wallet tracking can be useful to maybe keep an eye on a few key people, but really guys, go bigger. Go into some of these people. Jump trading is a good one. You can look at like Blockchain Capital, $129 million. You can pay attention to some of the bits and pieces they're doing. Got Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, $1.3 billion. And something else that's worth looking at is this wallet tracker page by Thor Hartvigsson, and you can give him a follow on Twitter, and then you can access this page, and then from here you can then go and click on notable wallets, and he's been ever so kind to just leave a list of all the different wallets and things here. There's another list for crypto funds, of which you can see Jump Capital, A16Z, all sorts of other ones. And this is not associated with him, guys. Go and check out his page. Has quite a lot of decent technical analysis stuff going on. So Arkham is telling us that the big money, the real big money, okay, the billion-dollar crypto accounts starting to accumulate the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum. How else can we track this? I hear you cry. Well, there's another website I like to use called Nansen.ai. This does have a free version, and you can access a few bits and pieces, but this is the paid version that I use. Now, it is kind of a bit on the expensive side, I will admit, but I'm contacting Nansen right now to try and get ourselves a deal so that I can get you a discount to use this particular platform. I don't have one right now, but if you're subscribed, I will do my best to bring you a Nansen deal in the coming few days or coming few weeks. Now, what have I been doing on Nansen? Well, Nansen, again, looks like a bit of a messy, complicated site to play around in. A lot of these things do, guys. But if you want to be better and make more money than other people in crypto, and remember, it's a competitive space. For you to make money, you have to take someone else's money. For them to make money, they have to potentially take your money. It's a competitive game. You wouldn't expect to roll onto a rugby pitch or a football pitch, having never trained, and expect to be the best player on the pitch. You're going to get ruined, aren't you? So if you're going to be competitive, well, take some time getting better. Easy, right? What we can see is a few different bits and pieces. Now we can come down through and you can see that a lot of big kind of trades right now are starting to buy into Ethereum. Yes, there are also a few different sells. So we can kind of keep an eye on a bit of the balance that's going on here. Token Millionaire, $275,000 going into Bitcoin. Going into Ethereum, $291,000 going into Ethereum. So once we start to see the bigger trades start to take over, right now you would have to say that there may be a little bit of a balance, which means that we could well see the price continuing to stumble. As we see more and more people studying these bigger wallets coming into Ethereum, while the smaller wallets are getting out, this tells us that we could be about to reach a point at which the price could stick. And later on, I'll show you how we find that exact price at which there's a very good chance that we take this data I'm looking at right now, combine it with the charts, that we're in a good place. I know you're like, wow, you're talking a lot of shit and you're talking really fast and you're confusing me. I get it. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me just explain something very simply. Remember what Andrew Tate said to us? When the prices of crypto are falling, what's your first reaction? How do you feel? I feel like, fuck, scared. Yeah? Even though I know what's happening, I feel this panic. Why? Because, you know, I had more money earlier on today than I do now. And if it keeps falling and keeps falling, well, you know, maybe I can't pay for my rent. Maybe I can't, you know, do that thing I wanted to do. Or maybe I can't go on that holiday I wanted to go on. Or maybe I can't do this anymore. Or maybe I can't. Yeah? So we get this fear, and the more we're kind of invested, the more that fear brings into us. And the people who are trying to manipulate the markets to shake you out of there know that you start to feel like this. And there's only one thing we can really do, and it's to understand that the big money, who don't really give a fuck about, you know, whether they've lost a few grand today or a few mil today, are happy to start to take those discounted prices. And if we can understand and see that they're taking those discounted prices, it makes us feel a little bit calmer about the fact that we are starting to descend a bit lower. And maybe if we've got a cash reserve, making us feel a bit more confident about joining those big dogs who are throwing their money into the game. It's all basically what it is. And this is the same thing we need to be conscious about when the price is going up. Because here's something else that was very interesting. You may have been on Twitter over the last few days and YouTube, and you've seen this coin being talked about called SAVM. Now, a lot of crypto influencers were tweeting about this particular token, and I'm sure that they got involved in early round VC stuff for it. I know like Lady of Crypto, Miles Deutsche, and a few others. And I saw them all pumping it up on Twitter, and lo and behold, you know, that everyone was talking about it. Now, I want you to be aware next time that you're holding onto a coin for dear life because you're like, well, this is going to make me millions. If you've bought like $1,000 of a coin and it's now up like 2 or 3x and stuff, and you're like, well, I'm only up $2,000, that's not really that much money. That might not be very much money or whatever, but think about the percentages. Here, you can see what's been going on in this coin that's been one of the only ones to rally recently. Some of these wallets bought like 163 grand and they've cashed out literally a few days later for 168 profit, okay, $168,000 profit, okay. And now we come down through the list. This person bought for 228 grand, made $140,000. These are the profits that they've been making, and they make them in literally a couple of days. Now, what does this tell us? Yes, it might be very exciting that like Casper or ICP is going to the moon, and fundamentally it's the best, and no one's going to sell it. Bullshit, guys, because if you'd had 250 grand in something and you'd made a 3x and you're now a millionaire, you're going to sell it, aren't you? You're going to sell a big chunk of it. And if you're not going to sell a big chunk of it, can have a word with yourself, okay? Because you're wrong. People sell stuff. So I'm just showing you this. I'm not telling you to don't buy this coin, okay? Shady stuff. I don't really know much about it. But you can see big money. It makes big money very quickly. And percentage-wise, these are not massive percentages. This is just a 2x, okay? He's pretty much just done a 2x. Happy days. 2x and he's made 170 grand, you know? So when you've 2x'd your $200 and you're like, oh, that's not much money, someone else has 2x, they're $1 million, okay? And they're going to start taking profits. And if they're going to start taking profits, it's much quicker before that price starts to turn around. So never believe that we're all in this together bullshit, okay? Because you're not. Whoa, bit of a rant there, okay? Sorry. But that was important. I wanted to show you what's really going on with this. Now let's get back then to the old charts and not this absolute home wrecker, Fady W, whatever it was that Alex Becker had someone send to him. And let's look at what's going on in Bitcoin and crypto right now. Now, right now it is currently the evening on Monday in the UK. And I do think that maybe Bitcoin could have a little dip lower. Now remember, I just told you that we wanted to spot what was going on with like various cryptos, Bitcoins, the Ethereums of this world. Now, Ethereum we can see is getting all those trades through. We can see on the likes of Nansen, you can see on the likes of Arkham, and various other bits and pieces. When we're starting to see that kind of big volume in coins and things buying, doesn't mean that the price is going to stop there. Remember, these are big market cap coins. It takes more than a few 100K or a few million coming in to stop these prices from tumbling if the sales pressure is big enough. So what we need to identify is this. On the Bitcoin price chart, you can see that we are trying to pull back down below this level. Every time we've been in this level before, we have seemed to bounce. But if we do break through here, what we're looking for is this area down here. Now, why? This is a buy zone. I've shown you this a few times if you subscribed. You can see these big candles emerging from here, from this sideways action. This tells me that big money suddenly bought around this area and it pushed up the price very quickly. Which tells me this. If we arrive back into this zone, we anticipate seeing a lot of big buying action taking place. So what can we do? We can right click and we can either, and we can just add an alert to say that Bitcoin in a buy zone. No, that doesn't mean go and buy it straight away. What we can do is we can cross-reference that data with what we've just checked out on Nansen to be able to see whether we're starting to turn the tide in big money accumulation. This is those small wallets that are panic selling, okay? Because if we can put these two things together, it's going to give us a way more courage in our conviction about buying in a place like this. Will it reach this point down here? I have no idea. Does anyone have any idea? Absolutely not, okay? anytime you enter into these charts, you have to be prepared that from wherever you buy, the price can significantly go down or can significantly go up. Now, our brain tricks us into thinking that if we're buying in an uptrend like this, that the price has to continue going higher, and that makes us feel good about buying. But when we're seeing it drop like this, our brain is also telling us that it's going to continue lower, and that makes us not want to buy. But actually, that's the opposite of what we potentially should be doing. No financial advice or anything like that. So we have to have courage to take the chance when we see it, because you are probably happier buying Bitcoin up here than you are trying to buy it down here, which is so dumb. Okay, all we need to do is look at this very calmly and take our emotions out the game. And if you're unable to do this, then make sure you're not using big amounts of money, because it's going to ruin you eventually by panicking and doing silly things. Most people panicking and selling here right now rather than actually panicking to find the money to be able to buy. And if you're thinking about buying into crypto, then there's few better places, in my personal opinion, than going to MEXC. Why? Because if you use Coinbase, which everyone seems to be using Coinbase when they first arrive in crypto, your percentage fee is 10%. Therefore, if I want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin, it costs me $10. Therefore, if I want to sell that Bitcoin back to USDT, it's going to cost me another $10, which means I have to make 20% just to break even. Not the same on MEXC, because it has pretty much the lowest fees in all of crypto, 0.1%. Okay, also has over 4,000 different crypto coins, which makes it one of the best for spot trading out there. And I personally use this exchange every day. If you use the link down below, you can get up to $1,000 bonus as well. But if you're in the US or something, you're like, I can't access MEXC, guys, easy, I've got you. Go down below, NordVPN. You'll get 4 months extra for free if you click on the link down below. And this will allow you to position your IP address in a different country, so you can go and use MEXC securely and safely without anyone knowing. Also, not only will you get 4 months free, but after that, it's like $2.50, which is like the price of a cup of coffee, to make all those savings trading crypto. Remember, $100 on Coinbase will cost you $10 to trade into Bitcoin. That's 4 months of NordVPN in one single trade that you could just use NordVPN and use MEXC, which seems very obvious. Not just that, but a NordVPN is going to help protect you by double encrypting your particular IP address so that you can trade safely without people spying on you, seeing the different trades and things you're doing, and potentially being able to steal your cryptocurrency. It's what I use every single day, and it is the best VPN available for crypto. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, something slightly different. Make sure you are subscribed, because we're about to hit 100,000 subscribers, and when I do, I'm going to be giving away 5 lots of $100 prizes. So leave a comment down below the coin that you would like to receive if you were to win that prize. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you tomorrow in another video. Bye bye.